Okay, what's the word used for father? Abba. So in Hebrew, do you know the double meaning of that word? It means the creator, because father is like a creator. Do you understand
Your
that?
father creates you from the sperm.
Yeah, but the thing is, there is a human father, like me creating a son, okay, and then there is a creator.
Well, the Lord, the Heavenly Father, is the Father of spirits.
So let's use the word creator then, because that's also the meaning of the word Abba.
We use his name,
because
he told us to exalt his name.
No, when you translate, right, the word father that's used, it's already semantically lost in the curse for God. You understand what I mean?
God means power, Allah.
No. The word Allah, we haven't even gotten into
I'm
yet.
saying, all those are titles. We're going by his actual name.
I'm going by your scripture. I'm saying that let's use the Hebrew word Abba. Let's not even use the word. Let's use the word Abba.
Let's not use words. Let's get to the point.
So you're using the word Heavenly Father, right? That right there, to begin with, is a problem. Okay?
So there ain't no problem to us.
But one minute. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You can say it, right? The Bible that you're reading from is English. And it was not revealed in English. It was revealed in Hebrew. Let's go back to the Hebrew. Let's break that down. Shall we?
What do you want to say? Go ahead.
No, let's use the word that was used in the Hebrew, and let's go back to the word that was used was not Heavenly Father. It was Abba. Abba literally means the creator, and it has no human denotion to it.
Okay.
When I say this, right?
So you're saying when he said thou shalt have no other power before me.
So
you're saying the word where it said thou shalt have no other power before me. You're saying the word is Abba.
The word is not father.
No, I'm asking you in the Hebrew.
Abba.
It says, so the Hebrew word says Abba then.
Abba.
All right, let's go to the Hebrew.
So let's hold on one second. When we start using a word that is used for other people, you're already associating the power of God to a human being, a human word. How can you do that? And then tell me that you're going to go forward with it. That right there is the covenant that we broke to begin with. You understand what I mean?
Well, if you're not an Israelite, you didn't break any covenants.
Now, for us to do that, even using your own scriptures, we would have to go back to the word Abba. And look at that. That word does not compute to the word Father. Or does it?
No, for you it doesn't.
No.
But for us as a nation.
How does it?
As a nation, the nation of Israel.
So you're basically saying, for us it's this, but for everybody else that has logic and...
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? If I don't matter, then I shouldn't be here.
He got the Hebrew right there.
So read the Hebrew.
Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick.
Go for it, brother.
There's an app where you can
I know.
click on a...
Yeah.
Let me just say it for the clarification of the people.
Go for it.
So you can just click on the word next. See how it says Father in H1?
That's right.
Right? You click on H1, which is the translation of Father. And you have the Hebrew,
Abba.
which means father of an individual.
Right.
There's different meanings. Father of an individual, of God as father of his people. Head or founder of the household, group, family, or clan, ancestor. So that Abba translates to father.
To many different words, right? To many different meanings. Not all meanings are the same.
Right.
Some are humanly meanings. Okay? Some are, like you said, spiritual meanings. Right? So my point is that when we translate the word Abba to English as Father or as Heavenly Father, right? Already the conceptual part of the covenant or the law is broken. Because we already given him an attribute that is human.
Alright, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Alright, so today's topic is going to be on the word Abba, okay, or Father. Alright, now this stems from about 2 weeks ago. We had, we were at camp. We had some heathens come up, just to, I guess, debate whatever it is that they wanted to do. And one of them was talking about the word Abba, okay, in Hebrew, and what it means. All right. Now, they were of the nation of, I believe it was 3 different nations. We had an Elamite, okay, an Ishmaelite, and an Edomite. You see, and they came up and, they went back and forth with us, whatever it might be. And I believe the Ishmaelite said that Abba in the Hebrew, when you go back to the book of Genesis, where it talks about God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, he's saying that the word there in Genesis where it says God is talking about Abba, and that means creator. Okay, now that's off because we all know Abba does not mean creator. Okay, Abba means father in Hebrew. Okay, how do we know that? The prime example will be Abraham. Okay, now Abraham's literally his name. Abraham's name has father in it. Okay, now before he got his name changed from Abram to Abraham, it was still known as he had something to do with father of something. Okay, now the name Abram, before he got his name changed to Abraham, his name Abram means what? Father exalted. Okay, father exalted. Abba Ram. Okay, when you break that down. Okay, and I believe the word the Ram comes from the Hebrew haram, which means exalt, I believe. Okay, so father exalted was Abba Ram. Okay, and then the Most High changed his name. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me get that account real quick. You know, just for edification. Let me get that account. Gone. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it here. All right, so this is a book of Genesis chapter 17. I'll start off at the top. It says, and when Abram was 90 years old and 9, which is 99 years old, the Lord Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the almighty power. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee and will multiply thee exceedingly. Okay, so this was before he got his name changed from Abram to Abraham. All right, it says, and Abram fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee. Okay, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. All right, neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, which means father exalted, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. Okay, so then his name became Abraham, which in Hebrew is Abba Raham, which is what? A father of a multitude, or a father of many nations. Okay, so that was the name that he got changed. But regardless of what it is, Abba is still in his name, which is what? Father in Hebrew. Okay, now when you go into the online etymology, which etymology, when you break it down, is what? Truth. Okay, the root words. Etem is what? Truth, and ology is the study of. So the study of truth. Now it says Abba. Okay, biblical title of honor. Literally, this is what it says. Literally, father. Okay, literally father. Now, when those heathens came up, their whole argument was to, you could tell, you know, we perceive through the spirit that they were trying to have this spirit of inclusion. Okay, they were like, well, you guys are being subjective. Yes, our truth, our nationality is subjective. Our lineage and our heritage is subjective. To who? The nation of Israel, which consists of what? The 12 tribes of Israel, who are known as what? The so-called Negroes, all the way down to the so-called Mexicans and everyone in between. Okay? Now, you cannot come out here. You can't be of a different nation and try to be objective with it. Try to make it seem like, oh, well, you know, the whole Bible is subjective. You guys believe that this is only just about you. Yes, that's what we believe. That's okay. You don't have to be involved in this. This has nothing to do with you. Okay, you're not gonna build this house of the this house of the house of David with the children of Israel if you're not part of the children of Israel, man. Especially if you're not part of the elect, really. Okay, so for those guys to come up there and spew all that rhetoric, okay, to try to get brothers to include everyone. I mean, bro, it's not about everyone, you know. And yes, this truth is subjective. All right. What we believe in is subjective. We don't need to give you any outside source to show you that, oh, well, the Bible is real, to prove that the Bible is real. No, this is according to faith for the Israelites, okay? Mainly for the elect, because 2/3 of our people don't even have the faith to believe in this thing, man. We've seen it, we've heard it many times. Oh, how you know that, you're going to believe in the white man's book? You can call it the white man's book all you want, but the power that this book has, the white man will never, ever be able to understand or even mimic it, even if he wished to do that. But he's the devil, so he will never be able to do that. You understand? No one person in their right mind can sit there and say, this book here, I'm going to rewrite everything in it, and I'm going to use it to control certain people. It's impossible. This book has power. The knowledge in this book, no man can sit there and think about. Only the Heavenly Father has to be dealing with you, to be supping with you through the Holy Spirit, to be able to read this thing, to even write this thing, and to understand this thing, man. Okay, and that is why it's only for the elect. All right, but let's go back to breaking down the word Abba, the name Abba. Okay, now back to the online etymology. It says what? Biblical title of honor, literally, okay, literal, like that's what it is, Father. Okay, used as an invocation of the Most High, from Latin Abba, from Greek Abba, from Aramaic or Semitic Abba, which means the Father or my Father. Okay, emphatic state of Abba, which is, I guess they try to put it in Hebrew, but they're missing the words, the letters, Father. Okay, so do you understand what we're doing here? Now, he said it means creator. That's what he said. He said Abba means creator, which is somewhat of the truth. He's right when he said it means creator, but you need to understand that the Most High is a creator. He created all these other nations. Okay, he did. But then only the children of Israel, all right, get to call him Father because he chose us. All right, I'm going to get that right now. All right, I'm going to get that right now because, yes, the Most High created all these other nations, but is he dealing with all these other nations? Does he claim all these other nations as his people? No. So you don't get to call him Father. You can only call him Creator. Yeah, because he created you. But he's our Creator and our Father. You understand? There's a book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. The Lord Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Okay, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay, the Lord Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, which he started with who? Abraham. He says what? Hath the Lord Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And he's going to do that again the second time, okay, by way of what? Chariots. Okay. So that guy was technically, he was partially right when he said Abba means creator. Okay, yeah, the Most High is the Father of creation. Okay, all right, he's the innovator. He created all this stuff. The progenitor of creation, so to speak. All right, by giving the blueprint to Yahushua. But you can't claim him as your father. You don't get to call him Father because he's not your father. He's not claiming you. You're not his children. Only the children of Israel get to call the Most High Father. Okay, and throughout the whole entire scriptures, all you see is the Most High dealing with his children, known as the children of Israel. Okay, and yes, Abraham was the progenitor of the nation of the Ishmaelites, okay, through Hagar, but the promise never went to Ishmael. It went to Isaac. Okay, so that's why the promised line, the seed, the chosen line is what? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's not Abraham, Ishmael, then whoever comes after that. No, it's Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob, and then the 12 tribes, and then whoever else is underneath that line. Okay, so that's why we get to call the Most High Father, because we have that relationship with him. He's our Father. Okay, when Yahushua gave us that prayer, the Adawan Palah, the Lord's Prayer, you think he said, Abba, when we say Abba Nawa, you think we say our creator? No, we say our father. Okay? Abba Nawa, our father. All right? So that guy coming up there saying all that crazy madness, hey, he was partially right, but we're not doing partialities here. We're doing what it is. Okay, now when you go into the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, okay, and you look up the word father, it says father has various meanings in the Bible. One, immediate male progenitor. Okay, that's the first understanding of the word father. Okay, in Hebrew, or in the Hebrew family, the father had absolute rights over his children. Okay, and that's how it is today. And the Most High has what? He has absolute rights over his children, which are who? The nation of Israel. Okay, so he gets to do whatever he wants to do. That's why people come up and ask, why would God do that? Because he's the Most High. He created you. He's your father. Your father tells you to do something. He gets to call the shots. You're living in his house. You don't come to your dad's house and he tells you what to do and you try to deny it. Why? Why are you telling me? That's a proud spirit, and you always get judged for that. And that judgment is coming very soon, man. Okay? It says what? In the Hebrew family, the father had absolute rights over his children. He could sell them into slavery and have them put to death. Now, didn't our people go into slavery? Are we not still in slavery today? What other nation do you know served hardcore slavery like the nation of Israel, which consists of the 12 tribes of the 12 tribes known as the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans? Who in history suffered that kind of punishment? And is written of in the book of Deuteronomy about the gifts, the blessings, and the curses. If you follow my law, statutes, and commandments, you will get these blessings. If you don't follow my law, statutes, and commandments, you will get these curses. And what did we do as a nation? We did not follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So guess what? We got put under these conditions in which we're in today. You don't even need any type of, you need to prove this to me. History tells you what it is. Today's society tells you that we are the nation of Israel, just based off of prophecy alone, based off of facts alone, based off of history alone. All right? Continuing, it says what? He could sell them into slavery and have them put to death. 2. An ancestor, immediate or remote. Abraham is called Jacob's father. When you go back to Genesis 28 and 13, it tells you that. It says, and the Most High tells him he will be the father of many nations. I just read that. Okay, a spiritual ancestor, whether good or bad, as Abraham, the father of all them that believe. And who are those who are only going to believe? The elect of the nation of Israel on this side. And then when we get into the kingdom, the Most High is going to put his laws in our inward parts. Okay, so we're going to be made perfect. All right. And then when you go all the way down, to the last end of it. It says, let me see. It says, God is Father, okay, as creator of the universe, the Father of lights. Okay, James 1 and 17 tells you that. It says, as creator of the human race. Okay, so the Most High created all of this. Yes, so he's the father, the progenitor of all of this, including all the nations. But he personalized his relationship with the nation of Israel by doing what? By giving us the laws, statutes, and commandments. Let me get that. And then we're going to close it out with that. Hold on. This is the book of Psalm. Let me see. There's a book of Psalm chapter 147. Start off at 19. It says, he sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Who's that? Who's the who? The Most High. He sheweth his word, which is what? The laws, statutes, and commandments, and the understanding of these laws, statutes, and commandments, and everything else in it by Yahweh Shai. Okay, the word, his word, Yahweh Shai, unto Jacob. And Jacob, his name was what? Israel. Okay, the 12 tribes. Okay, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. So you Ishmaelites, you're not part of this covenant. Okay? You don't get to call the Father, the Most High, Father. No, he's your creator, but he's not your father. Okay? Edomites don't get to do that. Hamites don't get to do that. Moabites don't get to do that. Ammonites don't get to do that. Okay? Ishmaelites, all of you. All right? Continue, it says, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So you're not part of this covenant, man. You don't get to personalize this relationship with the Most High. The Most High is not your father. He's your creator, but he's not your father. Okay? So for us, the Israelites, okay, it's what? Abba, which means father. Not just creator, but father, because it's a personal relationship with the Most High. We have that. You don't have that. Okay? And that's the difference between us and these other nations. These laws, statutes, and commandments sets us apart from these other nations. These laws, statutes, and commandments gives us that ticket to call the Most High our Father. Okay? Because these are guidelines to keep us in check. And he hasn't dealt so with any other nation. All right? So I'm going to close it out there. I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I'd like to say, call hello Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and until next time, Shalom.